Okay, y'all, today we are going to talk about stock splits. I am Sophia Quinn, your investor professor this administration, and we are going to talk about stock splits because stock splits honestly have been huge for my portfolio personally. They have been what got me started, what propelled me. I mean, the reason why I'm making money today, honestly, is from stock splits. So let's get into it. Stock splits occurs when companies divide its existing shares into multiple new shares. Okay, they do this to make it more affordable, and they do it to make it attractive to more investors. Also, it increases liquidity and accessibility because when their stock price becomes too high, that weeds out a lot of people's ability to actually buy the stock, right? So sometimes splitting their stock makes it so makes it so there is more people able to invest in the company. So that also, it enhances their marketability to say, our stock is at a affordable price, but it also increases trading volume, right? And that's where the action is. We talked about volume. We talked about reading volume. And when you're trading, like a calls and put situation, you have to have at least 100 shares to do a call or a put. So if the stock price is thousands of dollars, there's going to be a smaller pool of money a smaller pool of people that are going to be able to obtain that stock to trade. Okay. That's also one reason why they do it. Also, it's a psychological boost to investors, right? To know that their perspective that the stock is going to split because that doubles the shares for the investors. All right. Now, some notable stock splits are honestly, the notable stock splits are the stocks that I own today and when I got into them. So Apple in 2020 did a 4-to-1 split to make more shares. And that was the time I was gifted from my mentor to me. I had a few shares of Apple, but he had a lot more shares of Apple. And when they did the 4-to-1 split, I was gifted some shares. That is possible. Okay. If you have shares and you want to get maybe a family member started or you want to get your children started, all you need is their social security number and you can gift them shares of a stock. The second one was Tesla in 2020. 2020 was the year I hopped on this, right? 2020 did a 5-to-1 split. At that time I had, I think maybe 5 or 10 shares of Tesla. Right now I have over 40, but I wouldn't have made that jump without the Tesla stock split. And lastly is Amazon in 2022. Now, actually, to the Amazon party, I was a little bit late. I didn't even get the Amazon stock until after it split. Did a 20-to-1 split in 2022 because it reached a really, really high price. 2022, you guys know this was after COVID, and people were at home doing what? Buying on Amazon. Okay. So they split so their stock can maintain affordability for most of us. So those are some reasons why a stock split. If you hear, that should be something that's in your ticker or maybe in your if you guys go on Google and you do like hashtag stock splits, it'll have you following those keywords. That's something you need to pay attention to, and not after it splits, because normally what happens is that when the stock is going to split, there'll be news about it and the stock price will be really high because they know people are going to try to get in. So the stock price will be really high. Then it'll split and a lot of people will flood in. So it's either time to get this stock before it splits, or meaning before the news of it splitting, or getting the stock right after it splits, like right after it splits. That's where I got in with Apple, Tesla, and Amazon, is being right on that day of split and being able to take advantage of that. Next video, we are going to talk about 13F and the SEC.